road team. They get to wear their Sunday whites, and KCP, who conjured the basketball. Stu's only been saying that for what, 2 months?
I mean, he's too good of an offensive player to just go stand in the spot and wait for an opening from somebody else.
Kuzma did a good job on Buddy Hield the other night. It's a 2-0 Clipper lead. Clippers won back on opening night, 116-109. And here's the big Spaniard all the way. Unfortunate end is Zubac, but Gasol catches up to him. And here is PG-13, Paul George. Grew up in Palmdale, is a huge Laker fan. Over Morris.
They've got a few guys that they can ISO for and get the job done. And Paul George is one of those.
Lob under to Keith. Keith over his twin brother. He was draft class.
I was just very curious for that matchup, because anytime you have
it well from 3 of the last couple of games, hits that little runner. KCP who shot an air ball to open it up. Now it's Gasol going up against the former Laker, Big Zoo, Ivica Zubac. And that one's knocked out of bounds. Bring it up.
A big guy's main thing that they don't do is bend over when they're dribbling.
Identified that mismatch underneath. It was Kuzma, as Gasol wasn't back down yet. Here is Schroeder. Dennis has been distributing very well the last few games. Gets it right back from Gasol. Can't hit deficit here in the first couple of minutes of this game. Morris over Gasol. Lakers.
He's a great guy, man. They don't come any better than him.
And of course, a former Laker player.
And their best player hasn't touched the ball offensively yet.
Yeah, Kawhi is still looking to get a hold of it, and he's going to get it right there. Yeah, with the now facing the basket, Morris in front of him. Going to go over to Paul George. Here he goes, trying to get it to Zubac. The 3-ball better than they did from 2 the other night. Offense, and just ahead of the Nuggets and Portland in that wild West race that a game and a half separates 3 through 6. There's Kawhi's first shot, and Leonard, their tops in free throw percentage. In fact, if they continue on pace, it'll be historic levels for both in NBA history. Morris counted.
Okay, we were always together. It was us against the world. He won't even acknowledge those two being apart, even in one-on-one. So that's how tight those guys are. Not even any fights amongst the brothers.
Yeah, but it's always the good competition.
Yeah, and they've been the Lakers won, and I know Marcus was just thrilled that Keith was one to get a ring, and now, of course, he's hungry for one himself. Schroeder orchestrating. 13-5. Lakers are down. They have not led in this game. Clippers trailed wire to wire so far. Yeah, Keith went 14-8 the other night. We're going to get away. You know, we look at Zoo, and as a reminder, he always said that he patterned a lot of his game after Marc Gasol, who he's going head-to-head with here tonight. Marcus Morris drained
behind the arc. They've got players that are just really good offensively.
That is Marcus Morris Sr. hitting it 3rd in the entire league in a percentage. And this guy is one of the great defenders of the game. Kawhi Leonard all the way, and he throws
the transition and no whistle.
So Leonard 9th in scoring in the NBA. It's an 11-point lead for the Clippers. KCP will bounce now to Schroeder. Schroeder's going to attack here. He goes. Great feed to Gasol.
More from Mark. Aggressive finishing in the paint.
Mark played 28 minutes the other night. Significant minutes after it was an NBA record for a single half. So Quinn Snyder and his team just on fire. Here's a bounce and getting in front of Zoo.
One dribble shot up, basket.
And Morris has got 7 combined in this game.
Both of them with, now Marcus has 9 and Markieff has 7 points.
KCP, of course, he had some good off. 17 minutes the other night. Goes up against his former team. Pull up corner, the key.
Great start.
We're talking about the top defensive team against the top offensive team. The Clippers. Morris corner, finally missed. Leonard rebound. Oh, good feed underneath. Laid up and laid.
Good player. Came into the league as a bona fide stopper and has just worked on all facets of his offensive game.
Yeah, Kawhi had a double-double Thursday. It was his first double-double in 16 games. Pull up. KC, the 5 Lakers starters have scored. The only one who hasn't is Kuzma, coming off of that 30-point game. They've kept Zoo in check. Again, this is a team that does lights out. Best in the league percentage-wise. Handoff, Schroeder gets knocked down.
Yeah, and also checking in is Terrence Mann. I think Terrence Mann is their X factor.
Yeah, good point.
This guy has really improved his game.
And Morris, it is 11 for Marcus, 9 for Marquis. Getting involved a little bit more has been Leonard. And of course, Rajan has been, and he loses it right away. Up ahead now for Caruso. And he thought the Trez threw it right away.
Again, but when he catches the ball, he's thinking of only passing. He's got to be more aggressive offensively when they...
Terrence Mann, who just missed. You mentioned him, Stu. He had 18 off the bench the other night in that win, or rather in the loss against Denver. He really buttoned it up in the second half and nearly won the game. Here is for Rajon Rondo, one of the smartest players you'll find anywhere. And Mann will come out the other side with 3.5 to play. Morris. Zubac battling.
KCP because Zoo had that rebound.
It's only a 7-point game. Morris. Rebound Morris. Marcus now to Rajon. Rondo has it poked away, so a slow